everyone, Sophia here. Welcome back to my Esty Shop, Frenchy and Tubby. I'm going to showcase 7 new items going into the shop tomorrow, Friday at 5 p.m. and 2 pieces of jewelry. So I have perhaps one of the best lineup so far this year. I love everything and I hope you do too. Let me start with the one in the thumbnail. This is the find. I keep saying that every time I find something really awesome. This is really the find. Okay, it's probably something you've never heard of. It's French, that's why. But it's not just any French porcelain. It's Porcelaine d'Auteuil. Porcelaine d'Auteuil de Paris. It started as a company back in 1850 something, different name. And then it progressed into other companies and finally as Porcelaine d'Auteuil. And it opened under that name in 1951, I believe, and they closed in 1981. So whatever I'm going to show you is definitely discontinued. They don't make it. It's before 1982. I think it's 1970s actually. It's a high-end porcelain that is extremely collected in France and abroad. Do you like the new spec? They're the same one, different color. Finally got them today. I really like them in white. It's a totally different look. I'm looking at myself at the same time. They are from Joyous. I'll put the link down below. I know a lot of people ask me about my glasses. Not an affiliate. They are in the UK, so you will have to pay a tariff when they ship it to you. But anyway, I was able to put my old lens into these, and let me tell you, I'm going to baby those. Back to Porcelaine d'Auteuil. Last week I mentioned Porcelaine Vieille de Paris, the old Paris porcelain, which, thank you very much, was purchased. Porcelain in Paris is some of the highest quality. Why? Because of 1, the water, 2, the soil. So this is where you're going to find Sèvres, the porcelain de Sèvres. This is where you're going to find the old Paris porcelain, and this is where you're going to find the Porcelaine d'Auteuil. Auteuil is just like a suburb of Paris. I here have 4 soup bowls. And the pattern is called Chambord. Chambord is this castle right here. It's actually a hunting lodge. No wonder the French had a revolution, right? It's actually Francis I's hunting lodge is this castle right here, called Chambord. But Chambord is very well known for its woods, its forest, and its hunting. So Porcelaine d'Auteuil did a series called Chambord, and it's all game. It's all hunting. So if you collect French porcelain or hunting items, this is perfect for you. I have 4 bowls. I'm going to show them to you first, and then I'm going to tell you what their worth is for resale online. Okay, so the first one is and Porcelaine d'Auteuil, by the way, when they started under that particular name, was very attached to not doing traditional designs. They wanted to do illustrative designs. So they had a whole series of just fish. This one is all game. So we have La Bécasse, which I should have done my homework because I have no idea what it is in French. I think it might be a piper, but I'm not sure. I don't know. It's called La Bécasse. Look at the outside. They're all decorated the same on the outside, but each one of them has a different game, either bird or animal, with a wreath around it, and it has the name of the bird in French. So this one is La Bécasse, and in the back it will say Décor Chambord, right, made in France. This is an onion soup bowl. How do I know, or how do we know it's an onion soup bowl? It's got the handle. See, when you put your soup in the oven for it to gratin, right, for the cheese to melt or whatever, it's really hard to pull it out of the oven. So you need to be able to have handles. So you either go at it with tongs, right, or those, you know what I'm talking about, to pull it out, or you go like this with your mitts and you pull it out. So these are soup bowls that need to go in the oven so that the cheese can be gratiné. That's the first one. I cannot tell you enough about the quality. First of all, they are in pristine condition. Look at the underside. Okay, clearly never used. It's thick porcelain. This reminds me of restaurant quality porcelain. It's thick, it's white, crisp white, gorgeous quality, super sought after. That's the number one. I'm going to sell them as four. Okay, I could sell them separately, but I'm going to sell them as a set. Here's another one that never used. This one is le lapin et le serpolet. So this is a rabbit, okay, hunting rabbit with, I think that's a rifle or carabine. I'm not sure. I don't do weapons. And it says right here, le lapin et le serpolet. Same design on the outside. This one is les canards, the ducks, okay? And again, look at the underside. I never ever used this. It's like brand new at the box. I can't believe it. And these are 40 years old, okay? Totally discontinued as a pattern, highly collectible. Okay, and then the last one is les cailles, little partridge. No, not partridge. What's the other one? We eat the little tiny eggs at Christmas. The name escapes me. You already know what I'm talking about. Anyway, les cailles. Same thing. Look at that. Nothing. Okay. How high-end is it? One dinner plate is over $175. One plate. There's currently sellers online who are selling the balls at their market value or a little bit under $85 a ball. That's how expensive this stuff is. Don't worry, I'm not doing that. One, because I need to move them. I need the money. I do. I got a vanity to buy. I want to keep my reputation as being way under market. This is how I built my shop. You're not going to see me sell these at 80 bucks and have them each and have them sit on my shelves for 3 years. It's not happening. So I'll probably do them for $25 to $30 each. I got to think about it. Okay, I got to be reasonable and not lose stuff. But you can resell them definitely and make a buck. And come back and buy more from Frenchy and Tubby because I'll be your source now. They are absolutely gorgeous. They are so beautiful. It's a specialty item. And when I tell you it's high-end, first of all, the company doesn't exist anymore, so you're not going to find them at the stores in France. But this is the kind of stuff you would go into high-end department stores to find in France. So I give you the equivalent. You're not going to find this at Macy's. You'll find it at Bergdorf and Goodman. Okay, that's the equivalent for Paris. So you would find it probably at Le Printemps, probably at Le Bon Marché, but not in the regular department stores. They are in pristine condition. They've never been used. I can honestly say that. There's no scratch, no discoloration, no fading, no chip, no crazing, nothing. You saw the bottom is not even dirty, nothing. Porcelaine d'Auteuil de Paris. They are a collector's item. If you want something unique to display, to use, that you know has excellent value but will also retain its value, grab those. I'm telling you, it's not going to be 80 bucks a ball. Not in my shop. Okay. When I come back, we're going to stay in porcelain, but we're going to England. I've already showcased those, so I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on it. They are absolutely stunning, and I have to be honest, I had second thoughts about the 2 teacups that are in the shop. I thought about retrieving them and keeping them and just taking them out of the Esty Shop. But anyway, we're going to keep them because now you can have the sugar and the creamer. So these are Royal Albert, and they are the pattern American Beauty. They started this pattern in 1941 and they stopped it in 1990. Based on the size of the open sugar bowl and the size and the design of the handle. This one is 1950s, 1960s, so it's part of the earlier one. Later on, what they did is that they added the flowers on the inside as well. So you would find the sugar bowl, mini sugar bowl, open sugar bowl with flowers inside that's coming in later on. But here are the original ones pretty much, and I have the matching teacup in the shop. So you can purchase this and get the 2 teacups, and you pretty much have a set. You'll just have to find, if I'm lucky enough, I'll find it for you, the tea pot, and now you have your little tea set. So let's look at it a bit closer. Here's the open sugar bowl. They have it in smaller size. This is the bigger or larger size. Beautiful rose. The one on the other side is a tiny bit smaller. We have the sponge work with the gilding all around. It's a Monrose shape, right? Recognize it. And then we have the stamp Royal Albert, American Beauty. So that's the sugar bowl. Excellent condition, no scratch on the inside. I like open sugar bowls actually. I think they're cute. Oh no, it's a different style. Here's the creamer. The creamer is one of the larger one as well, because they had a mini one. This is not the mini creamer. Same thing, we have the large rose in the front, the smaller rose on the other side. 24 karat gold sponge work in excellent condition. I have no fading, nothing on it. And again, sign Royal Albert, American Beauty. This is fine bone china. It's super good quality. I mean, you know Royal Albert, right? Crisp white. It's a pretty pattern. It really is. I'm telling you, I almost went and pulled out the box so I could have this and the 2 teacups. So the teacups right now, and by the way, I think some people have them in their cart, so hurry up. Last one, in the English porcelain. This is inexpensive. I was very surprised because the quality is there, and I really thought this was going to be a major find. This is by Duchess Bone China, also out of England. It's a beautiful bone china teacup. The pattern is thistle. Look at this saucer. Look at this. So if you like purple, or if you collect porcelain, so the thistle one, they made it in 1985 and they stopped doing it in 2001. So it just makes it as vintage. It's a beautiful shape. You see the little flare right here. That's what you want, right? It's got a tiny bit of a scallop on the edges, gold edges. Look at the scroll work here, and then the band right here. Signed Duchess, England. Bone China, England, and number 922 or 927. It's a transfer wear, but the gold, of course, is hand painted. And here's the saucer. Same thing. Let's look close up on this. Look at this. It really is pretty. This one doesn't have peekaboo flowers. I call them peekaboo. But it does have a gold band on the inside. It's a beautiful teacup, but it's very inexpensive. It's under 20 bucks. Where else can you get a teacup under 20 bucks? A vintage one. This one's probably from the 80s. It's probably an original one. It's been used. There's a little bit of fading on the gold, very tiny, okay? So grandma probably used it a couple of times, and then it went into the curio and was donated, sadly. Well, not sadly, good for you and for me. I started a teacup collection, okay? I've got a row full. I need to buy another shelf. Tell me down below, do you want me to do a tiny video on my cheap cup collection. I don't have a lot, but I have enough to fill up one row of a curio cabinet. Okay, when I come back, let's talk about crystal. So here is another one that I showcased in the previous video, you know, thrift with me. Oh, I want to keep it. I know somebody's gonna jump on this. You know who you are. I know who you are. Okay, somebody who buys all my big crystal pieces. This is phenomenal design. It is absolutely phenomenal. This is called Belle Epoque. It's crystal by Mikasa. You know, it's a Japanese brand, but the crystal is probably from Germany. Look at this. It's the pedestal ball for Belle Epoque. It's, my camera is not wide enough for me to show you the whole thing. Look at the movement on this. It's a centerpiece ball. It deserves to be displayed all year long. And it's not etched or anything. It's pure clear crystal, but it has this shape that's like a wave or a like a Belle Epoque feathers. You know, if you look at those pictures, illustrations from ladies back in the 1905, 1910 era, that's the Belle Epoque, you know, Art Nouveau basically. They always had their hair up in a bun and they always had like some kind of feather going on. That's what it reminds me of. It's a gorgeous thing and it's inexpensive because it's not super vintage. They made them, let me see, in the 90s, 1990s, Belle Epoque. I think it's beautiful. And I say it again, it deserves to be on permanent display, either on your dining room or a credenza or in a curio cabinet that is well lit, because let me tell you, this thing will have some sparkle, okay? Oh, gorgeous. All right. Another piece of crystal, another one that's super inexpensive, but it's got to pass the test. I don't know who makes this. I think it's from the 80s. Here's the design. We got flowers embossed, right? This one has some serious sparkle as well. My light is not giving it justice. So this is, oh, you can probably see the design a little bit better here. Okay, so it's embossed on the top with kind of like a sawtooth pattern all around. Oh, I do have a little chip. Oh, it's even going to be cheaper. It's on the inner rim right here. Can you see it? Like right here. Super tiny. We don't care. All right, and then we have the bottom part. Let me make sure. Why did I not see that? I almost kept that one. Maybe I should keep it. Nah. Wait. Oh. Forget that one. I'm keeping it. It's got another chip. I did not see that. All right. It's mine. That's got to be my 5th one now. Okay. So we have 6 items this week, not 7. I could go and fetch another one, but we're going to talk about this. I know that some of you love cobalt blue. Have you seen this one before? So that's the one side. Oh, wait. Look at the other side. What's going on here? This is very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. Do you know what this is? This is Fostoria for Avon. And they made it, let me see, in the 70s. It was called the Martha and George Washington, or George and Martha Washington pattern. And this is Mount Vernon, right here. So what is this thing? Well, it's a creamer, a pitcher, they actually call it a saucier, or a gravy boat, okay, a sauce pitcher. That's what it is. But it was made for Avon in the 70s, and they had the whole set. You could find the plates, the bowls, glasses. It's really cool. It's super inexpensive. So Fostoria partnered with Avon, and came up with this design. So it's for Storia glass, which you know is very good quality American pressed glass. That's definitely a Fostoria design in terms of the shape, but they did it with the Mount Vernon right here. So it's the George and Martha Washington design. This is under 20 bucks in cobalt blue. And you could do, I've learned my lesson now, okay? We're going to check again because you never know. I can't believe I didn't see there was a chip. Oh, whatever. I'll keep it. A lot of people collect cobalt blue. Here's an additional piece for you. Okay, when I come back, one last piece that's pottery, and it's a big mystery. I don't know who made this. All I can tell you is that it's studio pottery, very obviously. It is beautiful. This piece, if you like modern pottery, it's really nice. So it's on the wheel, you can see the marks, right? Look at the handle. Look how smooth. Do you see how it just like waves into the or curls into the picture itself? So it's got this pattern that's kind of native, right? So I thought, maybe it's from New Mexico, maybe it's a native pottery or potter. It's signed, but I can't find the maker. So maybe one of you is savvy and you're like, oh my God, Sophia, you're sitting on $1 million. Okay, I don't know if it's JJ or JL. Okay, so I looked online. There's a Jennifer Lee and a Jennifer Jones. I had found it weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and now I can't find it again. And my group can't find it either. So we're gonna sell it as a studio art pottery that's clearly stamped and signed, but I don't know who makes it, so it could be worth a lot, or it could be worth what I'm gonna sell it for. It's nonetheless a beautiful picture, and it would make a great vase too if you have like a primitive decor or a farmhouse decor. I'm trying to see how, yeah, these are just brush strokes. You see how you can see it, right? They almost look like hair curls. Yeah, the brush strokes in a different color. It's beautiful. It really is. Look at that. I wish I knew. So if I find out by the time I post this on Friday, you'll have the name. But until then, no idea who makes it. JJ or JL. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. Let's do some jewelry. I have two pieces of jewelry. One is mine, one is not. One I sourced. Let's start with the one I sourced. I said I don't do rings a lot because they're very specific to sizes, right? Rings are a little bit hard to sell unless I finally find somebody who has the right size. So this is for the tiny lady with a size 6. Clearly not me. Fits my pinky though. Okay, so what do we have here? Are you ready for this? We have a sterling silver 925 signed ring with turquoise and other stones. I'm trying. I'm going to put it, let's take this one down. Okay. It fits my pinky. Okay, here we go. This is a heart-shaped turquoise, and you can see it's got all sorts of little stones all around it, right? On the gallery, it has, let me see, there's lapis lazuli, there's coral, this green one, pink one, and look at the underside. You ready? Look at this. Can you see the underside with the little filigree, right? So right here it says 925, and then on the inside of the band right here it says 6, size 6. It's a really pretty ring, but it's for a lady who has slim fingers. Unless you want to wear it as a pinky ring. So let's put it as a pinky again, so you get an idea of what it looked like. Let's move this one. so it doesn't distract. This is what it would look like on the hand. Sits well, it doesn't get caught in anything. Sometimes those rings, like this one, gets caught in your sweater and then you pull a thread. It's a very pretty ring, but it's a size 6, so it's very specific. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of trying to sell rings, because I'm a size 7, down to a 7. Okay, here we go again. I think she's very pretty. If you like that native look, right? There's no other marking. I thought maybe it was a Nikki Butler, I don't know. I think it's from the 80s. So if you like turquoise jewelry, sterling silver, it's sterling, okay? 925 marked. Okay, when I come back, my last one, which was mine. I want them to shine. Okay, would you believe that I am letting go of a piece of coral? Not any piece of coral, they're signed coral. And they signed coral not before 1955. They are screwbacks, okay, which is what you would find prior to 1955. And how do I know it's before 1955? One, it's coral written as a script. It's a particular script that they use, and it also doesn't have the copyright. Are you ready? Boom. These are pink rhinestones. They are pink, maybe towards the lavender a little bit, and they are screwback. And you can see, hopefully you can, they are signed Coro right here. I've eyeliner on my thumb. I'm so prepared. So they signed Coro. So screwbacks I absolutely love. Most of my earrings are screwbacks or clip-ons. Of course, the ones I'm wearing today are not, because, you know, I like to contradict myself. Let's put one on. You want to see what they look like, right? They're so dainty. So screwbacks just go like this, and then you try to hold your lobe. You see how I'm holding it? I'm pinching it, right? And then you screw them back in. I love screwbacks because they don't hurt. And you can choose the pressure that you want on your ears. Okay, here they are. How dainty is this? Okay, barely noticeable. This is just a hint of sparkle. Perfect for daytime at work. Perfect for the evening. They are very subtle. They're not in your face like the stuff I usually wear. They're very nice. So why am I letting them go? Because I'm trying to get you addicted to coral jewelry. I can't possibly be the only one collecting out there. Now, I know I'm not. There's plenty coral collectors. I just don't wear them as often. And you'll see in the, maybe it's in this Friday's video, tomorrow's video, or maybe I said that on Patreon, I can't remember. I'm planning on doing, like in a couple of months, another round of my jewelry boxes and start pulling out pieces from my own collection to sell. So yeah, these are coral, and again, they are signed in the back, and they are clear rhinestones. They're not expensive, but if you want to, I keep on pushing everybody to start a collection. I'm telling you, I want people to start talking to me about the jewelry pieces. A few of you are. You're talking to me about your brooch collection. These are not vintage. They're still pretty cute. Okay, that's all I got for you today. So everything will be in the shop tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. Tell me down below which one is your favorite, and don't forget to check out my Esty Shop. The link is right here and down below. And you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Frenchy and Tubby. I usually post all of these ahead of the live. So if you want to know how much I'm going to charge for this, or if you want to see closer pictures for you to be ready by 5 p.m. if you really want to commit to purchasing something, that's what's happening. I post everything maybe 5 to 6 hours ahead of time. And if you can't find them, oh, I got to tell you about this again. Sometimes you go on your phone or you go on your computer, it's 5 p.m., you open the page, you're like, the stuff's not there. You got to filter to most recent. Filter to most recent, and then, you know, keep uploading the page. If it doesn't upload right away, and it's not my fault, it's Etsy really that takes some time putting the stuff together. Go straight to categories, so it's going to be very easy. This is going to be into porcelain and china. You go to category vintage porcelain and china. Vintage porcelain and china. Ooh. Vintage porcelain and china. Stoneware and pottery. Vintage glass. Oh, you're heavy. Vintage crystal. And then of course the jewelry category. So if the page on Etsy doesn't show, when you go to most recent, it doesn't show the latest 6, could have been 7, but it's 6 items, just go straight to the categories and then you'll find them. Because I know somebody missed out last week on an item that was the miniature dollhouse stuff. It was gone in 5 minutes, but they didn't. This lady didn't find them right away on the page. To no fault of mine, again, it's just Etsy and the way they process their web page. But the savvy shopper went straight to categories and found it there. It was under decorative items. Okay, that's it for me. I will see you next week. Tell you how you like the new glasses in white. It's just the same, the exact same, but instead of being black and gold, they're white and silver. I like them. They're a little bit different, but I was so happy I was able to put my old lenses in it, and I'm telling you, these, I'm going to treat them as though they are made of diamonds and 24 karat gold throughout. They're going to go straight into the box when I'm done, because, you know, I toss my glasses left and right. I got to protect them because I'm tired of buying frames, okay? I break my glasses all the time. All right, boy, am I chatty today. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.